Well, me and running late are like a fucking combination and a half. Welcome. I'm sorry. I still have a bit of a cough. I'm totally fine technically. It's just for some reason I'm still kind of coughing. So yeah, that's a thing. Just to mess additionally around with things. Yeah, I do like to. Alright. Connecting the phone. Do you want to be done with connecting? Yes. Okay, good. Right, okay. I wanted to do something with this stream. I was working on it, but I didn't get done with it. I had to, I wanted to fix my hand alignment problem and, readjust the shoulders. I noticed that, where my shoulders were placed was very much different than it was in. I got it to align more with my. I had made once a model of my real proportions, and that started aligning with that a bit more. So that might improve it. I didn't even move the mesh. I just moved the default T-pose a bit. So that might improve the thing already, but we have to effectively see. And I didn't get to exporting because I had 20 minutes left before the stream starts, and it's just I didn't even have the new piece of clothing I wanted to put finally back. It's not that new. I had that piece of clothing on my old model. It's just, yeah, typical sim racing time for Germans at 2:30 in the morning. Yes, it is very typical for me. Right, did it actually switch automatically over? Let me check. Yes, it actually did. This is, by the way, the Aston Martin that I drove more than a week ago at this point. I probably will drive that car tomorrow if I don't choose another car. And we are going to drive the Cup Porsche. Where's the Cup Porsche? There's the Cup Porsche. I didn't type down the server, but well, we're just gonna search for it. Hello, would you kindly fetch the server list? I got stuck in fetching server list. Yeah, it's stuck here searching servers. It can't find the servers apparently. Well, that's not good. That's really not good. Did I do all my? Yeah, I've switched the network because I'm not wired in tonight. I just feel like no server available. What is going on here? The competition server is taking half an hour to respond. This is super weird stuff. It doesn't seem to be pretty nice throughput or anything. The game is just slow. I can't find the server at all. Oh yeah, I'm dropping frames like crazy. Jesus. Well, it seems I need to run the wire because fucking hell, my internet is shit. Oh well, we're gonna do that now. Because fuck my internet right now. Yeah, that's 20% of packages is gone. I was like, well, I'm gonna allow my brother to continue hosting servers on my server, but well, we can't do that now. I'm sorry, but I want to drive, and ACC is fucking dying, so we're gonna do this. Probably best to exit out of the game because it would otherwise bug out most likely. When I'm switching between things. So we're just going to tab out. I'm gonna run the wire and be right back. Let's see briefly if he's actually on the server. What the fuck? Which app died is now? Oh. Content manager's crashed out. Is my one still here? Yes. you flat cable, for fucking sakes. Why the fuck? Okay, so let's see if this fixes the fucking issue. Also, fuck LAN flat cables for curling up underneath the door frame and not making it possible to fucking close the door. You are designed to fit in the doors, and then you fucking put yourself upwards instead of laying flat. It's just getting a flat cable to lay flat is a fucking nightmare and a half. So let's start ACC back up, and let's hope we can actually find the server this time around. Means I won't have much practice, but hey, we've driven this track. We have technically a setup for it, despite that I've been slow. Let's see, do these things actually, does everything work? Yeah, seems like the stream is actually working. Brilliant. Okay. All of this is working, all of this is fine. Good. Fucking hell. So, at least we found no server list. So that helps a lot. Having a list of servers. One server. Yep. Typing in the passwords. And then join. So, 15 minutes remaining in practice. We do seem to have a decently healthy grip. 47.7, the fastest time on Mercer. That's probably really fucking fast. 20 people. Yeah. Those are good numbers. Oh, wait, I didn't save my set last time around. Ah. Oh. Okay, Pain Packer, because I know this set is broken. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Because that set is broken. I know that still from last time I drove. Yeah, we need to increase the bump stop range on the rear, because otherwise the car just automatically rotates. Like, you can do whatever you want, and there's just car's just gonna oversteer like crazy. Also, there's a lot of free anti-roll bar in there, which that's also not particularly a great idea. We have 31 degrees Celsius, so we probably want actually some brake ducts on the car. So, that brake duct configuration. This brake pipe configuration. Steering ratio should be fine. Fuel 60 liters for now, fine. We don't need telemetry. We leave the ABS as is for now. We probably want to take like a PS out of the tires. So yeah, I have to start actually from scratch again because I forgot to save the setup last time around. I'm kicking myself already. Because I'm back to the Coach Dave set, and I know that on this track the Coach Dave set specifically sucked a lot. I'm just noticing I have too much of the HUD on as well. Where is it? HUD. Disabled. Confirm. Back. Drive. Brilliant. Everything else seems to work now. Except that my HUD again is like over there, which means it's fucking terrible to read while driving. I don't know why it does that to me, where it constantly just moves further right. It's not like my fucking politics. It's a very soft suspension. Yeah, there's a lot of grip on the rear axle. It's nice to know that I can trust that side of the car again. Then it feels kind of weird to drive. Not from the car handling, the car handles look totally fine. Shouldn't say that. But let's see how slow the car is.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Definitely could brake a bit later there. To lift through that kink, I'm pretty sure you can take that flat if you want to. That bollard is half fallen over on the inside there. Yeah, she is quite nice for these high-speed corners. Oh no, come on! You had to let me down in this. This is the way it's meant to be played. Yes.
Yellow flag, watch out.
58 after spinning. Not quite sure that's particularly great. Jesus.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag ahead, watch out. There's a slow car ahead.
This corner feels so nice to drive, honestly. The one before, however, you have to lift quite a bit. got tires to lock up there. Not particularly great. And this line is also fucking terrible. Ah, come on. Not sure this is gonna be any good. 49, oof. Ah, still 5th fastest. I mean, the fastest times are 47, so. Aha, lost time there.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Jesus, how much bouncing this car has.
Slow car ahead.
Ah, and then it just gets into. It just slip slides. Hello, car. Would you can't actually function and not die? Oh man, where the fuck am I getting 2 seconds here? Like, I know there's a couple of like 10s and probably a second in there. Slightly more polished lines, but boy, that's gonna be an ass. Yeah, I mean, there's half a second already. And that wasn't particularly great either. Oh, car wants to really rotate.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
And overshoot. Boy, this can be worse here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun and cool. I mean, the fuel load is actually pretty accurate to the race, most likely. Oh no, actually we can take quite a bit of fuel still out of the car.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag.
Hello, car! Oh god.
Some light damage.
Hello! How are you doing? Right. Actually, only 1.7 seconds off the pace. I thought it would be more. The front tires were kind of fine with pressures. And I think the rears probably need like 0.4 in there. Brake bias wise. Yeah, the car starts fishtailing already a bit. And I don't know what to do with the set honestly at this point. Should probably save it so I actually have in the future sets to work on. I think I'm gonna up the ABS by 1 click even. Or because it does lock a bit up, but like it's just, do I want to move the brake bias to correct that, or what do I want to do to fix these problems? Right? It's kind of just isn't really a right or wrong answer for this. So. Oh, that looks... somebody redesigned the factory Porsche colors onto this car. Yeah, I mean, the fuel consumption of this car is like so low. You can run an hour on this on 60 liters of fuel. I mean, if you would say that about a road car, that's gonna be fucking terrible. But hey, consider this is a race car. And this is like better than a GT4 car. Most, now I'm not sure how much my crossbow consumes, but KTM consumes not much fuel either. I'm not sure if this like actually has better fuel consumption than the KTM crossbow. Which, that would be a mildly insane if that's the case. But then you do comparative numbers.
Yellow flag accepted. Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, a lot of oversteer there. Bit more oversteer. Well, I mean, my weak point was the final sector here. I'm just about gonna miss out on doing another lap. Man, I lost all of it again. It's like I barely improved at all. That's fun. Rear tire still not up to pressure fully. Front are actually pretty decent. Rear left is slightly hot even. So that's not good. Okay, we're in next session. Okay. Now it's qualifying time. We got a fresh we have the tire bug, so we have a fresh set. I think the changes that I ran were actually pretty decent. So I think we probably even need another 0.2 psi on the rear tires. Maybe a click out of the fronts even. Just to balance everything out. I don't know why the sound was completely gone while I was in the menu. Hadn't happened to me before that. Alright, qualifying time. Let's see what we can do.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Come on, guys. Come on. It's an outlap. Drive. We have some people who think they're like big brain and that they need to slow down massively on an outlap. When really they just need to get on with it. Come on. Especially because we're anyway doing like the second. Oh, come on, just drive, mate! Just put the throttle to the floor at this point. You have multiple seconds to the guy in front. It's gonna be fine, don't worry. Just drive, for fuck's sakes, okay? Just drive, you have multiple seconds now in front of you. Right? It's like... Land Cali Grid, we couldn't afford shit in terms of this. Oh yeah, right after... Forgotten, I need to move the brake by the rear what's actually for... qualifying. Yeah, still a bit of locking. Because of the... I don't even get my tires right up to pressure because he's driving this slow. Oh, I forgot to move the tire pressures in general aren't up yet. Oh fucking hell! Fuck you, genuinely. Like, that was so stupid on so many levels. Just stops in the middle of the racing line. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who hurt you that you do things like this to people? Don't do that. I mean, if you get a cut track and you're trying to get out of my way, try to be, okay, I'm cut track, so I let the guy behind by. Then just drive. In that situation, just drive. Or straight line it off the road, but like don't brake in the middle of the corner. Jesus Christ, that was so wrong. Holy shit. Relatable. That's definitely faster. Possible to do faster. That's what I meant.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Oh god, there's a lot of oversee there. As I started tapping the brake there, it started to rotate. This is such a deceiving corner.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
48.7. About 1.6 seconds off the pace right now. And immediately into a lockup. Ah, I just didn't want to plant.
Please try to stay on the track.
Let's return back to the pits. It just lit up. Didn't plant. Tire pressures. They are all low. For some reason. Right, okay. Fresh tire sets. Crank the brake bars forward because fuck. You should be needing some brake bars forward. Otherwise I think the car's fine, it's just... I think there's more time in that lap, but I'm not sure I can get 1.6 seconds out of this car. There are some things that weren't quite right. But I don't have the laps right now on this track, which is kind of the problem. I a bit short on laps.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
I have 6 minutes 30. I don't know how many laps that will be. I decided to escape because I hit the wall there, and instead of just continuing on like you probably usually would do. I don't know if that's a track cut. That's pretty wide out there. I might need to move the brake bars at certain corners just to get a bit more extra grip. Just to get the car to not start over-rotating to certain corners. I need to move it quite a bit, and the distance between these corners that like it works for, and then where I need to have it very forward-facing, like this one. The car does definitely a bit much rotation there.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Thought for a second that my connection was bad, but no, it's as usual to the server. It's just the guy in front of me. He has a... Not the car in front of me on track, but like... Maybe him too, but like, I don't know. But definitely the car position in front of me. Ah, and I fucked up T1 completely. That's not how I'm gonna find time. I'm getting handed down. Oh, we have a slow driver in front.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
I don't know if he's on one. outlap, but he will probably be on a flyer by the time I catch up to him. Yeah, and with negative, so I'll probably just let him gap me. How much gap do I have behind? 38 seconds, okay. No panic behind. Just let this guy finally pull away. In this case, I need to give him a lot of breathing space because I'm not sure this guy is lapping within 107%. Like, the way we caught him was... there was something fishy for sure. Not the best entry onto the straight, but it means I can at least... You tell me he spun into T1 or something. Okay, that's still within bounds. I'm getting a bunch of traffic up there. Thank you. Ah, come on. For fucking sakes. With a bunch of cars here there. It's just not going to come back together. I don't know if I have the pace. The car's just not quite consistently there. I'm sorry, Bray behind. And that's Bray actually, he's a fast driver. In the white car. Dude, now I called him then, I'm like... Let's hope that's enough of a gap to these people. I'm getting this corner better and better every time. Come on, plants. Oh, this guy's so slow. And that's a track cut, I'm pretty sure. Get the fuck off the track here.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And then I overshoot this corner. Oh, come on.
Slow car ahead.
Ah, half a second gone there. Fuck. This was my final attempt. Just because of this yellow Porsche. How did you lose 5 seconds in a lab? Have to be blunt at that point, learn how to drive. Wait, didn't I improve? I improved by 4 tenths and still didn't get a position out of that. But man, on what crack cocaine is fucking... the faster guys. It's like, what the fuck are they doing to get any more pace out of this machine? I mean, there's like 210s. Myrtle is just cheating, basically, because the next car, Bray, is like a second off him. It's basically the Mercer, and then everybody else is in the cup Porsche. But yeah, I mean, the pace was in there to probably actually go like top 3 or something. The car was fast enough actually to do something like that. If I didn't mess up that one corner. The run was pretty good up till that point. I actually nailed most of the corners, like, basically. So that's pretty solid. Where did my calculator for fuck's sake go? Hello, calculator, where the fuck are you? Oh, you dear. How do you launch a calculator that launches in the background? Like, come on. Okay. Well, then we need fuel. We need 40... Fucking hell. 47 is lap time divided by 60. Memory store 45 divided by memory recall, and then times 1.8. Wait, not times 1.8. We need to add 2 laps extra. Great. Yeah, it's 26 plus 2, that's 28. 28 times 1.8. So we had like 50.4 liters. Need to complete the race. That sounds like a reasonable number for the Cup Porsche. Let's put 50.1 in the car. We do need to move the brake bias back a bit because we are actually not driving with fuel on the front. And I can probably take some pressure out of the front tires. But the rears probably stay the same. I think the rears are probably going to stay the same. The fronts, however, they need to slightly be reduced. So, tire set we're going to go on. That's also fine. Safe. Okay. Off the jacks. Oh, everybody's agreeing with me. just calling out Buzz. Oh, we're having a short formation actually. Well, that's interesting. We're doing short formation. I think I will just keep the fuel anyway the same. Temperatures are similar to what they were qualifying, so I think I'll honestly keep the setup the same basically. But yeah, I think. Oh, we have actually a mandatory pit stop. What's the... Oh, we have a mandatory pit stop for tire change. Not refueling, but when we are already tire changing, then we might as well take some extra fuel on the car at that point. Right, let's just set that pit stop up briefly. So we're gonna take about 25 liters in the pit stop. And half fill the car. Honestly, we do adjust the tire pressure slightly because I think if we take the fuel back out of the car, we could probably need some. I don't think I need to adjust them too much. Right. We'll put dry tires on the car. Uh, 25 liters. It's yeah, this doesn't state anything that refueling is not allowed. So 26 liters, tires at 5. All tilesets that I've run on seem to be completely normal. Yeah, I think all of this adds nicely up. I guess we can probably move the brake bars back forward. MUQU has having some deprecating humor. I mean, you're not bad. You're sitting in P11. L-Point P9, Dallas, Merce, a fucking J-gang of Jeremy Merce, I think, was it Jeffrey Bray, Joe Dallas, and then Rivera breaking the J streak, and then J Carez. So yeah, that's fun. Right,
30 seconds.
off the max. Right, there's a pit window anyway in this race, so we have to stop anyway in the middle of the thing. So, right.
Going double file.
Immediately we're trying to dump heat into the brake discs as fast as I can. Oh god, that was way too fast.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm quite a bit faster than him for this section here, it seems. But he might be just taking it easy at the start.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, he's in here just to survive. He's probably feeling things that I can't see on his car yet. Oh, it's twitchy. Right, lap 1 completed, up to P4. Already decent position gain there. Mercer pulling away in the front with his GT3R. I mean, because we get fresh tires in the middle of the race, we can just thrash these tires. That was a bit fast for me. And he was driving definitely a bit slow for that corner as well. I'm taking him out line there. See, first benchmark lap 48.5, about as fast as in qualifying. Actually about half a second off. Ooh. It seems like my strength is like the middle sector. Probably because my car has more aero than quite a few people. Although probably a lot of people are running like maxed out rear wings, but I guess why not, frankly. I don't think it's hurts your performance much in the straight lines. Oh god, I'm missing the apex the second lap in a row. Ah! Losing time a lot. And then he overshoot again. It's just not quite there. Cars behind are catching back up. It's definitely not great. Alright. Okay. Yeah, half a second. He was half a second quicker last time around than me. That's a bit of a wide line, but I guess that works as well. That's more like it.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh no! Oh no! Ah, come on! Oh no! Ooh!
Clear on the left.
Ah, that sucks. I'm so sorry, Dallas. I didn't quite intend to do that. I'd ended up on the inside of you when you just ran wide there. Totally kind of valid, but like you started squeezing me down. It gave me quite a bit, just about enough room, and then I just drive across you like a fucking idiot. Now we're quite a bit back, so I would suggest you just catch up the cars in front and then we're gonna fight. Why are you defending so much? I'm so sorry. Well, I ran you over. Also, you don't need to defend like this when you're letting me the door open like this. Like, cool down, refocus. I'm so sorry that I ran you over. You were already all over the place when you... before I hit you. This is not gonna make you mentally better. Just refocus. I know you can do better. Oh no, he just spun in the background there. Oh. Mate, I'm so sorry. Let's get those fuckers in front. An invalidated lap. There wasn't enough cutting to get a cut track. Well, it's important because it's very easy to get those on this track. Oh man, the tire pressure wasn't particularly great. And man, I'm down on pace this lap. Like, I had a good lap, but then suddenly there's this pace just went like, nope. Yeah, I still was faster than the car in front, so they were lapping 49s in front. I'm thinking about typing in the admin password and giving myself a TP 15. Just so I have a bit of a challenge. Well, that's a freebie. One less person to pass. No clue how large the pit window is, probably like 10 minutes or so. No, because we're coming up to first third of the race completed. Count front was about half a second slower.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Okay, fully off the line there. I'm sliding so much. Those tires are probably grained out by the end, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna replace them in a few minutes.
Pit window is open.
Yes. Do I want to put Qualy into the pits immediately?
Yellow flag in sector 2.
I haven't configured my pit stop yet.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. There's a slow car up ahead.
So I have to definitely go one more time around because I don't have my pit stop configured yet. Which isn't good, because I could probably profiteered off him. What was my fuel calculator saying in terms of getting to the end of the race? Tires. Rear tires are fine, front tires need about 0.3. What 17 liters it's suggesting. I need to. Man, I'm messing up right now. A lot. I'm losing time. Like, I was close to him and now I'm just bleeding time as I frantically set up my pit stop. I'm just gonna do the opposite of what he does. He comes in, I stay out. If he stays out, I'm coming in. How long is the pit window still? 7 minutes left in the pit window. Oh, pressure to go in. Lock up there. Where's the fit speed limit line? I slowed down way too early, most likely gonna lose time from that. Huh? Hello engine, die! Ah, I lost so much time there because the engine just refused to die. I pressed the engine starter, but you need to hold it down for like half an hour for the engine to die for you. Oh, come on, that's so bullshit. I lost so much time there with the pit stop because the engine just didn't switch off. Ah! It's annoying as hell. It'll probably cost me even a position as well. Dashboard? You died completely. I haven't seen that before, where the dashboard just goes, well, we're not updating at all anymore. Let's hope it's... Yeah, it works when I... switch the pit limiter back off. Well, as long as the pit limiter worked, I don't care that it doesn't show me the speed. And man, that just sucked. That cost me a lot of time there in the pit stop. I have some work cut out for me. Because the other guy's not gonna fuck up the pit stop this much. Fuel calculator suggesting that I have 3 liters extra. That's good. Let's see what I can do.
There's a car exiting pit lane.
Lund coming out behind me, that's good. Because that means that... Because I think Lund was the car behind me. So he's definitely closer than before. So that gives an idea, but he has a drive-through actually, so... He's not a threat, he's just an indication of how much time I've lost there in the pit stop. Also Bray up there in... with a pit stop completed about 23 seconds up the road. Probably cost me like 10 seconds this entire pit stop ordeal. Which that's gonna be hard to run back in. Seems like my front tire's up to pressure and a bit more probably. Maybe it should be. Well, the rears haven't quite gone up. I didn't pay attention to how fast the lap time was. If we bray about 23 seconds up the road. Yeah, still. I mean, Mercer's P2 right now, so the guy that I was chasing decided to go long. That's probably gonna pay off for him because of my very shit pit stop. Chaos is right now in the pits. He has completed his pit stop. He must be rolling close to the pit exit now. 47.8. No, we actually jump him. How the hell did you botch the pit stop up more than me? Like that's impressive. Like I botched up my pit stop very hard. But I guess with a 47.8 on my flyer probably indicates that I ran the time back in once, effectively pulling off an undercut, which in GT racing is actually a very rare strategy to work. Yep, we've completed our pit stop already, so we're fine. I was quite a bit up on this lap and then just threw it all away. But using our yellow Porsche again. Hello there. Not particularly surprising to see him in last place. I mean, we're probably laughing about 5 seconds faster than him. It's a bit of an achievement, but well, it's ACC. It's not beyond unreasonable. Yeah, I mean, he lapped the 55.9 last time around. Don't know if he had like a spin or something additionally. But hey, it looks like, I mean, he might be slow, but he gets around the track halfway clean. At least from what I've seen of him. Which is like 2 laps. It's not particularly representative. It's a bit hard to get a representative image without watching his onboard. Because you don't spend much time around him. Hey, good for him. He's getting cleanly around the circuits. Maybe in the future he can pick up the pace a bit. One step at a time. You're going significantly faster if you're just driving, not spinning, compared to if you're spinning all the time. And this car's a difficult car. I mean, if you're not getting it quite right, then you're in deep trouble. Although one thing that runs a bit counter to my theory of him perhaps just being slow is, well, he is P21 and the next car ahead of me is P18. So he's gotten at least lapped by everyone in the field. Which, that's not good. Probably had to do damage repairs. But anyways, it's a very difficult car, this Porsche Cup car to drive. When you're a slow driver, struggling already, and you then come into the cup. Ooh! Then it's gonna murder you, because you're not holding slides like that. Not much pressure for me in this part of the race now. Cars behind aren't really faster than me. The car in front is 22 seconds up the road. I ain't gonna catch that one. So we're just gonna settle for a podium in. And that's good. I mean, the car in front isn't going particularly too slow. Like, sure, he's getting a lap, but he's lapping 51, so that's not too bad. It's a reasonable pace. I don't know, what's the GT4 pace is, I think, like 56s or something on this track. It's still quicker than GT4s, but I think GT3 pace is probably like low 40s on this track. Oh, don't quote me on that. Invalidated lap. But no track limits. I mean, yeah, I have quite a bit of rear rotation here. Would be really not that comfortable. I mean, I quite like the setup at this point. Really nice for this S section here. It's just the default amount of rear what is it called in ACC? It's suspension travel. It effectively is.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Just go around the outside of him. But I mean, he basically let me by. Even he could have done a bit more if he wanted to have it, but I mean, I'm lapping him. There's no point in defending. Right. But it's suspension travel, and that's per default on this not default, but the Coach Dave set comes with 25 on the rear and 15 on the front. And the 15 on the front is totally reasonable. It's a bit, but like it's not too much. This car has in the default settings a lot of suspension travel, but Coach Dave sets are very aero bound. They have a lot of aerodynamics. And sometimes that's very oxymoronic for them because they come with very soft suspension, which just leads to really bad handling because the car does not form a stable aerodynamic platform and just goes all over the place because of that. You're not 100% in the right spot at the right time. And stiffening up the suspension and suddenly fixes it. But in this case, the car had no rear suspension travel. So when you started accelerating, the car could not weight transfer to the rear, and you just got wheel spin. And increasing that by 20 just fixed the problem entirely. It's like, sure, you want to keep that low, so you don't have that much understeer on acceleration, because you're reducing how much the weight can how much the suspension can collapse on the rear. But if you do that too much, it just goes insane. You get like weird results like that, which just where a Porsche under acceleration spins out. Which, I mean, sure, it sounds like normal, but you have to understand, after the first bit of acceleration, a Porsche, because of the rear engine design, will just plant. You should never experience oversteer. You have to use this. It's like, if you experience oversteer, you're probably too fast on the throttle, but like, when you feather the throttle in, and then it never wants to plant fully, there's a problem with the Porsche. It's then a fundamental problem in the set. Let's actually switch on the headlights.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Oh,
There's a slow car behind.
I was about to say that's a bit aggressive of a yellow flag throw.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
That's not for position, by the way, that's just a back marker. I think it was P20 or something. Oh, we have only like 5 minutes to go. Bit more than 5. So we're nearly at the end of the race. I think I did enjoy this drive a bit more than when I drove an SRGP. It's definitely not as enjoyable as the KTM GT4 race here with the KTM. Those two were fucking bananas. Those were very fun. He has like baby blue wheel rims. It's kind of funny considering he's getting blue flagged. Quite a good run for there. Oh god. Ooh, that was close. Nearly the same that I did to Breda again. Ah, fuck. You don't go for the cutback, for fuck's sakes. Don't. Don't make my life miserable at this point. Sorry for the fucking shit line there. I'm trying to just get away now from you. Okay. Those two are in a tight battle there. Oh. I think I'm just gonna try to stay away from them, so they don't feel pressure to let me by. I mean, I wanted to have a 15-second gap to prove the points to the cars to P5 and stuff like that, P4 and 5 climb. But really, it's like, I don't want to mess with those guys' race. It's just, there's no point in it. Let's turn the headlights down so they don't see me directly in the mirror. And let's just watch this battle in front. I mean, my pace is quite shit. I'm driving all over the place right now. Are they going side by side? He's dropping behind again. Go for it, man. It looks like Purple has lost out. Come on, push, push, push.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Leader has finished the race.
Jesus, how much slower I've drove this lap here. Oh. P15 nearly caught back up to this group again. Oh, he's wide, he's wide. Ah, pain. No, he dies. No. P15 gets. Ah, I'm just so sorry that I got involved in this. I think it's Lammy that spun and gave Chun the position there. The last moment. Ah, that's. Those cars behind also probably had a coming together. Dropped some time there. Oh man, this is just. Oh, here we are. Oh hey, let's join the fucking donut gang. How are you guys doing? Yeah. Dallas got up to P6 in the end. Keyboard, would you kindly looking? Thank you. So. Oh man. Right. Hey, that's quite fun. It wasn't my case. The battle I was watching was between Solomon, Lammy, and W. Chung. Did I actually catch back up to Bray, or did Bray spin at some point? Because I finished 11 seconds behind him, despite being 22 seconds for most of the race behind him. Didn't pay attention. Maybe he like spun or something. Oh, it matters too much. Oh, Gerald. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Hello. Okay. Right. Okay. So. There's lack of participation during gaming night has been cancelled. Oh, that's sad. That's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. How does a GT Cup baseline Porsche? Somebody posted instead of discussion. When was that? Yeah. About 6 hours ago or something. Right. Like this. Okay.
Steering feedback on this one compared to some other cars, which is nice because when I did the 90-minute race in the Camaro earlier today, my arms were hurting after that. I mean, I got the CSLDD yesterday, so.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
I have a couple of hours on it. It's interesting. I think the biggest difference is that I can feel way more of the car body motion and the suspension motion. Like with the T300, it's mostly just a little bit of vibration when you hit curbs, and then there's kind of a constant tug when you are turning the wheel, but not a whole lot of, like, you can't really feel in the GT4 when the car rolls and things. But with this one, you get a shit ton of that feeling, like especially in the Camaro, because it's really soft and rolls a lot. You can really feel like when it's leaning into a corner. It's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like with the the wheels, yeah, the amount of details. It's just like as everyone says, like it's not gonna make you faster, but definitely, you know, like it's gonna make you much more consistent and also much more enjoyable because of all the feel that you get through the wheels. So.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's gonna make a difference in consistency. Where it really helps is if you are driving cars like this one, which are really edgy, because it's way easier to catch a slide with this DD wheel. Not the least because there's less kind of friction in the wheel, so if you need to make a really fast snap correction, it's really much easier. With the T300, like there's a lot of, if you just turn it with the when it's powered off and you want to turn it really fast, it takes actually quite a lot of force because you need to turn the motor and the belt and all of the big stuff. In this one, it really is easier. Also, you get way more feedback, like way more kind of the natural counter steer of the car when it starts to slide. Yeah, it's awesome. Now I just need a better rig, and then I need better pedals.
Only.
All the money.
Only, and then you're back to upgrading the first part again.
Yes.
It goes in circles.
Well, actually, after pedals, I would probably start looking at a faster GPU because with VR in this game, it's a little bit of a pain.
What
You have
GPU do you
at
have?
3080.
Oh, you have even
Yeah.
a better GPU than me.
Come on.
There's not much
I mean,
faster to go with
it's fine on most tracks, but so just so you know, there is a bug. I think it's related to the track layout in Suzuka, where if you don't have enough visible cars, like I had 18, and in turn 1, you sometimes don't see the closest cars to you. I think there's a bug where it thinks the closest cars are the ones in the pit lane, not the ones that are on your left side for some reason. But it happened in turn 1 multiple times and to multiple people where there is a car that they can't see, but then if you go to graphics options and turn up the number of opponents, closest opponents visible to like at least 25 or 30 or all, then the cars appear. And this also shows up in replays. It's really kind of weird.
I mean, the algorithm is least consistent. So you can see it in the replay. But I think I've run like 20 cars visible. And I didn't have any issues when I drove the 100 car grid race. So it's... I mean, I saw somebody have a massive wreck with a car that later turned out that was invisible for him. So that
What
was...
headset do you have?
Index.
Oh yeah, it has way less resolution. That would help. I found out that I need to turn down the VR pixel density for some. Well, first of all, for some tracks, I just need to turn down the DLSS from quality to balance. That helps a lot. And on some tracks, I also need to turn down the VR pixel density when there's a lot of cars around. I have the Reverb G2, so the resolution is like way high.
Yeah, I'm running, I think, like in the Steam software, like 150% resolution scale or something.
Yeah, I'm running 100, but because of the way...
Yeah, you have a way more
the reverb-
resolution in there.
Yeah, also the reverb report for Steam, the reverb reports a higher resolution than the actual physical resolution, so that when you do the corrections, the lens corrections, you don't lose resolution. So it actually is more like 150, or actually like 143 or something on other headsets.
Yeah, 130% resolution per eye I'm running, which is
Yeah.
about 2296 by 2552.
Yeah, I'm at like 3,800 times something, I think, per eye. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found out that I get kind of a tolerable quality if I turn down the VR pixel density in game to like 80 is still fine. It doesn't look great, but at least the dash is still readable. So that's kind of the minimum criteria. Because when I started with the Oculus Quest, the dash in many cars is completely unreadable with that. It just doesn't have the image quality to make the dash readable.
Yeah, it's not particularly easy to read out Dash. What actual anti-aliasing setting are you running in game?
I'm on DLSS.
So you have you probably
It
still have
depends.
some AA on.
No, it turns off everything because DLSS has built-in anti-aliasing. It uses
Okay.
it's a temporal. So the way
Yeah.
DLSS works is it takes the last, I think it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last 2 or 3 frames and uses those to do like a temporal upscale anti-alias thing. It causes some bleeding, which is some people find it annoying. I kind of don't really care because
Yeah.
it's kind of you get the same effect for fast-moving lights in the human eye in real life.
The thing
anyway.
the thing is also that I'm running it's because it's the old tutorials that I've found when I started with ACC for VR settings include AA on temporal, so you have bleeding like that. already
Yeah.
for temporal, and I don't know if I should switch off it, if it's even possible to switch off it. If I should probably need to try out FSR, but I haven't done it. I'm just using
so it depends a lot on the situation, what gives you the best results. But FSR is theoretically a little bit faster than DLSS for almost the same image quality, but you get a different type of artifacting.
Yeah.
Like with DLSS, you get a little bit of softness and some bleeding. With FSR, there are some places where you get really wonky artifacts when there's like a really high contrast difference, like black and white right next to each other. Then on the borderline, you may get some kind of wonky things happening.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I would just use it for additional sharpening.
Right.
Yeah, that would be the purpose.
Yeah, but
because
the
I don't
new
have because I have an AMD GPU, so I can't do FS.
Yeah.
I can't do DLSS.
Yeah. So the 1.8 patch was incredibly good. Like I had a lot of custom tweaks. I had some of the engine init tweaks and all of kinds of tweaks, and it was really hard to get any kind of playable quality going on. Now it's actually not too bad.
Yeah, you're going probably for 90 Hz, right?
Yeah, I have to, because this
Yeah.
the G2 in the 60 Hz mode has a really visible strobe. It's really like I get a headache really fast if I use that, so it's kind of a pain.
Yeah, I run 120 with half, so.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. Yeah, I came in here mostly for Joel because I'm so sorry what happened in the race.
It's okay. I think I might have not left you enough space on the inside.
And the thing is, like, you slid out wide. I came in on the inside, and then you started coming down expectedly.
Yeah,
So I backed back out. You gave me the room again, and then we started to accelerate, and I just understeered into you, and murdered you like in a really
so
stupid
hard
way.
to judge it, with a single screen, and I'm running a fairly narrow FOV.
Yeah, I mean, I hit you in the back, so it's not like you could, outside of the mirror, see me much.
Oh, I thought it was like back door.
I hit you in the, probably rear bumper, not even the rear wheel.
Oh, no, I thought you were further up, like closer to the B pillar.
And no, definitely not. It was,
If it was like we were in a league or something, I wouldn't have come over so much. But I figured, what the hell? Let me try and squeeze him. Oh, I thought it was like back door. But then I screwed up after that anyway.
Oh yeah, so I saw you in the rearview mirror flying off into the scenery.
I was fighting the car. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, you were all over the place for a couple of corners before that. Even
pushing it too hard. Keep forgetting it's a cup car, not the GT3. Can't lean on it so hard. But yeah, it's good fun. I've only driven it one time before this, like 5 months ago at Spa, like maybe 5 or 6 laps. It's the only time I've ever touched the car.
Yeah, I drove the car in a championship, and that included this track actually. It's just that I noticed when I loaded in today that I didn't save my setup from the last time. So I actually had to recreate the setup from the Coach Dave set that was quite wonky on this track. Like, they don't put enough, the rear, rear suspension length on the rear is just way too low, so if you put any power down, the car will immediately snap oversteer, because it will never plant. And what fixed the problem there was to just increase it by 20, and you good to sail.
The setups or the Coach Dave?
Yeah, Coach Dave sets. I got from somewhere some cup car sets, so used them in our championship. They're sometimes pretty good, and sometimes, but I'm for some reason pretty slow in the circuit. I don't know. Here from timestamp here. Let me just. Oh, I can't timestamp a stream, I guess. That's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I'm looking at we were talking about doing the dyno on the car, and I guessed the car is 1,300 kilograms, and I'm only getting like 340 horsepower. Although I've noticed that every car I've done this on, it seems way too low.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably just look up what the weight is on Google. And maybe
I
that'll
did,
be
and I
more.
added weight for what fuel I had in, and assume there's a driver that weighs something too.
Huh.
Because
Yeah.
1,200 kilograms is what they spec or said it was. I don't know what they spec it for the race though. I'm guessing they have a weight they say don't go below.
Yeah. Does it say what gear to use? Like fourth gear or something?
Oh, I made the thing myself. It doesn't really matter what gear you use. But yeah, so I use second gear, and the reason is if you use too high of a gear, it ends up being the aero drag makes too much of a factor. 'Cause I'm trying to calculate based off the acceleration.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, I actually got a timestamp to work.
Alright.
Let me just grab that, Joel. Where can I put it? Where can I
Either way,
send
the
it?
power is very peaky on the Porsche, so run it to rev limiter.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, honestly, like some second gear corners, like even in third, it does pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't actually. I mean, I say it's peaky, but it's not even that low when you go down in there. So let's see.
So, I found the timestamp of the incident. I need to replace my VR facial interface because it's on the right side. It's collapsing effectively into the headset, so I'm having nearly the plastic lean on my face. And yeah, that's
Yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah, you were quite far behind me for that point of contact.
yeah. This was very stupid at that point.
It just felt to me like I still thought you were right at my door. So
Yeah, you went
I was
wide
letting
in
it get
there.
pushed over too
I
much.
look in the inside to get out, and then just misjudged getting out of it. I wasn't fully out yet.
You were catching me hard at one point, and I just for some reason I couldn't get it hooked up, and then I did, and then I didn't, and then I did, and then I didn't.
Yeah, you on that lap were a bit slower than the previous laps.
And I did open the second to the third to final corner.
What did you say?
I brake too late in the third to final corner in the same lap, so that made you catch right up to my bumper.
Yeah, that corner where I who was it I passed into that corner? I think it was Rivera. I passed into that corner.
Yeah, Rivera. Well,
At
he's the
opening
one right
lap.
behind you, so.
Yeah, I think I passed him on the opening lap into that corner. It's a common corner when I was when we had, I think it was the EU race, but we also had, I think I had like a season where we raced this track in the American Championship where you get like 3, 4, 5 incidents per race where people just try to dive bomb into that corner and it doesn't work out. Luckily I didn't contribute in that case to that statistic. Because he had not particularly a good exit. For some reason I was pretty good in the second sector.
Yeah, I really struggled in the second sector.
Like that snaking part, that was pretty solid for me. Yeah, the cup car is a car.
I definitely raced again. Maybe not at Hungaroring, but
Yeah. Well, good tracks for it.
Yeah, I mean, Monza would be interesting. Just because
Paul
its
Ricard.
top speed is so fast. Oh yeah, Paul Ricard too.
oh my
But-
god, turn 9 is supposed to be a massive issue, maybe. I think.
In Paul Ricard, I drove the car there and it was really nice to drive. And I'm probably biased because I was about a second faster than everybody else on that track for some reason.
That's probably how Jeremy felt tonight. Oh,
yeah. It's really funny because in that championship it was Paul Ricard and I'm a second faster than everybody else. And then I head into Hungaroring and I'm like half a second slower nearly. It's like, what happened this time around? And my Paul Ricard set had like nearly maximum rear wing on the car. And I was still going
That's
that
why.
fast.
Everybody else thought they needed to lower the wing and died.
Not
It's the thing I've definitely noticed in this game. It's like most cars, the majority of your aero drag is just the car, not your wing. So, like, maxing out the wing setting doesn't slow down your top speed very much on a lot of cars.
Yeah. I do like to lower the rear wing to get rear rotation in high-speed corners.
I sure did make that mistake at some couple trucks, trying to lower the wing too much, not gaining anything from it.
Yeah,
I heard
I
you
think
doing
everybody
that
can
in
sing
the
a song
Bentley
about
at
that.
Spa, and then I just drove the Bentley at Spa. I was like, wait, why did you do that?
Oh yeah, I found that with
I
quite a
ran
few KTM
five.
sets.
Okay, what wing did you run at Spa?
At first I was just running max, but I think I toned it down 2 clicks.
Oh, really? I ran it at 5 in our last league race, which is a half.
No,
five out
but
of 10.
why?
And
I
yeah,
literally started with it at 6 and then maxed it out and compared it, and it was 1 km/h different at the end of the Kimmel Straight. It's like,
well then you get understeer in like Puhon, and if I remember
Well-
correctly.
sure, but I figure
is-
I can enter the Puon faster anyway, so because like I can
Yeah,
really
you probably
lean
can,
on.
yeah.
I can use trail braking to really lean on the rear grip and the entry. Now, granted, it'll understeer on the exit, but
Yeah, I will admit it was quite squirrely in Blanchimont and Eau Rouge. Like you had to really hit it, but I guess because I drove the Bentley for so long, it just felt like that's what it was supposed to do. So I don't know.
I mean, I'm comfortable doing that. I just figure I can drive faster if I've got more grip. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest mistake I made was at Paul Ricard, though. Trying to, I think I ran zero wing at Paul Ricard.
Oh, I drove a Porsche set recently at Paul Ricard with zero wing. My
think
first stint in that
case-
endurance race did not go well. Not at
That was-
all.
I think Paul Ricard was before I realized that wing settings don't affect top speed very much. And so in the Mercedes, I think I had it at 6 on the rear wing, and I ended up dying on that high-speed turn at the end of the straight
Yep.
once.
Every lap for me in the Bentley, I was holding my breath on that corner. Every single lap, it was just, I had to get it absolutely right.
I don't know why, but one lap I was like, I'm gonna trail brake into this. It's like, no, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Went sliding sideways for about 100 meters or whatever.
And the joke is, I was right behind Fed Holgado the whole race. He was in the Aston, and I was quicker in the final sector and the first sector. And even when I'm in the draft, he would pull away on the what's it called?
I
Pistol.
remember.
I was so
Even though
frustrated.
I was pretty low down for us, that Lexus would just like pull on the straights.
Yeah.
And, like, oh my goodness. I got a
I love-
bad entry onto the straight, and he's just like, okay, I'll pass you now.
Yep. The Honda was actually very quick on the straight too. And the McLaren, I think. And the McLaren just flies through turn 9. Ferrari
Now
too,
that
I
was
think.
actually interesting because I passed Peter in turn 9's the end of the long straight, right?
I think it's turn 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the high speed kink, or is it like the 100 or 200 degree turn?
It's
No, the high speed kink.
Yeah, the high speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the one
The
right
double
after
apex
that,
thing.
yeah, the double apex thing, I passed. Like, I'd get past on the straight, and then I'd like immediately pass people back on that double apex. I did it like 3 times.
That's good.
Although I
I-
think people were largely not doing the right line, so that's probably why.
Yeah, you can, if someone really runs it wide, if you can push it on the inside if you really. I ended up liking Paul Ricard. I thought I wouldn't have one because of hearing other people saying, "Hey, Paul Ricard this, Paul Ricard that," but I ended up liking it.
Well, people don't like it because when you watch F1, it's just a sea of pavement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for racing in a sim, I think it doesn't really matter. Like you're on ground level, you're not in the bird's eye view that just sees the sea of pavement. Now, granted, the side effect of having a sea of pavement is that you can have situations where drivers don't care about staying on the track. But
Oh, and the fun track limits on the track.
yeah,
But yeah, I will be hopping back out. And see
Alright,
you guys
Lucas.
around.
see ya.
Yeah, take care.
By
See ya.
me. Right. We've gone long enough in this stream. We have to end it. Because I need to get back to doing a bunch of different things. Like, I don't know, running a Kubernetes cluster. Right. Okay. So I will be. Let me just switch over to my usual overlay. Right, okay. Then I will be seeing you guys around. Bye bye.